Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. Welcome to my ritual daily vlog. Come in each morning, turn on the lights, and talk about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how it's going in my attempt to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So let's start by talking about yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Tuesday morning is the live podcast edit over on Twitch. It was a shorter edit because it was a rewind. I think we were done by... I want to say we were done by 11:30 or so an hour and a half or so. After lunch, I told you I was going to lunch with a buddy, got back from lunch, did the publishing tasks for that, and so that episode will go live automatically on Thursday morning. Now it's ready. New episodes are coming next week, so I'll talk about that in a second. In the afternoon, it was a big research and planning session. So, half the day was kind of already consumed by the pod edit. So often Tuesday afternoons will be either a quick video or research and planning, like it was today or yesterday, which is exactly what I did. And so I got well set up for the next couple of days. So first I got I chose my Friday plays. I started the thumbnail work, the research, the gameplay to prep myself, that kind of thing, kind of refresh my knowledge of the game so I can talk about it intelligently and not just, fumble around with it. So I'm set up because I'll be doing that tomorrow to release to members early on Thursday, so for Friday plays. So I'm in a good position. I will be by the time I finish today to do that tomorrow morning. I also did the prep for the long form I'm going to publish today. Which I'll talk more about in a second, but I did a prep for it, a little writing, the thumbnailing for it, all that kind of thing. As mentioned before, I like to get the thumbnail a couple days ahead of time because then I can let it simmer, and I can kind of come back to it occasionally and go, oh man, what if we add a lens flare? Or what if we change the color? We'll up the contrast to this, a little more saturation. Whatever I can do rather than just crank it out the last thing. Doing thumbnails early I find is really beneficial, for me at least, in how I... my lead up to the publish. That way when I'm done editing, the thumbnail's done rather than finishing and then I have more work to do, right? I like to do it on the front end. That makes sense. Let's see. Let's talk about stats then. We're still coming down from the the unexpectedly high stats from CES. They were genuine, not artificial. So I have my little chart here. I'd like to be at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 80 subscribers average over the last 7 days. And we're still well off the chart, but coming down a bit. I guess Tuesday, Wednesday is still on the chart, so we got to get those off to start seeing where it settles. But we're off the charts. Views 29.7, down just a bit from the other day, and subscribers 208 average over the last 7. It's been settling down a bit. We might hit the chart again once all the CES stuff is off the chart. We'll see where we settle, and maybe we'll adjust this a little bit. Meanwhile, subscriber count, we crossed 76,000 the other day, and today we are at 76,300 and just about a quarter or so. So, today's quite simple. As I mentioned, I'm going to work and publish a new long-form video, working with my friend Paul, who does the 3D design and printing. I have not just a product, but a series of products that tell a story that he has started, all because of a request that I made. So I have a little story to tell in introducing these cool little products, and one of them is a super simple dream come true for me, and the others are iterative of that and led to some other cool things. So I'll introduce all that stuff in a video as I kind of tell that little narrative. I think it'll be fun. Then I need to do some writing for the Friday recordings of the new podcasts. So we had an off cycle with the rewinds, as I mentioned, and so Friday is the next recording of the next 2 weeks. So I just have to do some prep for that, put some research, the backtrack a bit, plug in my own topics, things like that for the other show. I'll over the next couple of days, need to get that done. So this will probably be on my to-do list for the next 2 days still. Still have that possible short. Optimistically, I'd like to get to it. Don't know for sure if I will, to see how the day goes and where I'm at. It's a bonus, so I'll only do it if I'm done and I'm like, I have nothing else to do really right now, or nothing else I feel like doing. But I like having a stack of things that I could do, because at any given moment, I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. I could do this. So rather than being idle, because I don't feel like doing the one thing I set aside, if I have 2 or 3 things I could do when I'm idle, I go, well, I kind of feel like doing this other thing. So I think that's good for me mentally. It kind of tricks my procrastination tendencies to give myself more tasks than I can do, so that if I get bored of one, shift, as I said. So, and then tonight, don't forget, it'll be 1980s Now, 7 o'clock on Facebook, YouTube, and probably some other places, Eastern, I should say. I'll be live with Kat and Will, and we'll be recording the next episode of 1980s Now that goes live Monday, but will be recorded live, I should say, go published was Monday, will be recorded live tonight at 7. So wasn't here with them last week because of CES, so back on the show. They didn't stop, but I did. So I'll be back on the show this week. So, and that's it. I think, yeah, I'm excited to get this video out. I think it'll be fun. I hope it's received as, I hope it ends up and is just received as cool as I think it's going to be, because I have this little story to tell about it. So it can be interesting, and telling a narrative always, I think, makes things more interesting. So let me go ahead and get, not started, but continue and finish that today. I want to thank you for popping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, you know, if you're here every day, I love you for that. Thank you so much for your stick-to-itiveness. Good to see you here in the comments each day. Have a great, this is Hump Day Wednesday. Don't forget to do something good for yourself. And I will talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.